Hi, in this video, I'm going to give you an introduction on randomization and approximation algorithm. First, let us take a look into randomization algorithm. An algorithm is said to be a randomized algorithm if it uses a random number to make a decision at least once during the entire computation of the program. For example, let us take the example of quicksort. We need to find out the pivot element. If we are using a random number generator to find out the pivot element, then that algorithm becomes a randomization algorithm. Similarly, if I have a graph and I want to pick an edge from the graph randomly, and I use a random number generator to pick the edge, then that becomes a randomization algorithm. Normally, randomization algorithms uses random number generators, and some algorithms follow probabilistic analysis also. Let us see at the difference between a deterministic algorithm and a randomization algorithm. These are the diagrams for deterministic and randomization algorithm. For a deterministic algorithm, we have an input, and for a specific input, we have a specific output. For a randomized algorithm, for a specific input, we have different outputs at different instances. Okay, that is, for deterministic algorithm, execution time and output remains the same for the same input given at various instances, whereas it is different at various instances. Execution time and output varies for the same input given at various instances for a randomized algorithm. This is the difference between a normal deterministic algorithm and a randomized algorithm. What are the types of randomization algorithms? Basically, we have two types of randomization algorithm. One is Las Vegas and the other one is Monte Carlo. Las Vegas algorithms runs for a specific amount of time only. There is a fixed time frame in which the algorithm will run. If the solution is found within that time, the solution will be exactly correct. Whatever solution Las Vegas finds will be exactly correct. Suppose if the algorithm runs out of time, this algorithm does not find any solution at all. So Las Vegas will produce a solution within a specified time frame only. Whereas in Monte Carlo, we don't have that issue at all. There is no fixed time frame for finding out the solution. But Monte Carlo follows probabilistic approach. That is, depending on the input, there is a slight probability of either producing an incorrect result or failing to produce a result altogether also. That is, sometimes there is a probability of producing an incorrect result in Monte Carlo. Probabilistic means always, it will not be correct. And there is a possibility that you may not get a result at all. These are the two major types of randomization algorithms available. The advantages of randomization algorithm is it is very simple and easy to implement. The algorithm is very fast. Then it produces optimum output with very high probability, and we need very less number of resources, right? And the disadvantages are algorithm will not always reach the global optimal solution. The algorithm is quite faster than a deterministic algorithm, but it is not necessary that you will always have the optimal solution there. And sometimes the suboptimal solution may be better than the optimal solution also. It is not that the solution that which is obtained at the end is an optimal for a randomization algorithm. The suboptimal solution may be better than the optimal solution also. So we need to be very careful while handling a randomization algorithm. Next, we'll move on to approximation algorithms. Before getting into approximation algorithms, we'll take a look into the difference between the deterministic algorithm and non-deterministic algorithm. A deterministic algorithm can determine the next step of an algorithm. You know what the next step is. What the next step is, how it is going to get executed, and what is the complexity of the next step. We know in a deterministic algorithm. The step-by-step complexity, is known in deterministic algorithm. Whereas in non-deterministic, you cannot determine the next step of the algorithm at all. Result of every operation here is uniquely defined, whereas in non-deterministic, algorithms contain operation whose outcomes are limited to specific set of possibilities. So what does this mean? In deterministic, the result of every operation is uniquely defined, and here outcomes are limited. okay, non-deterministic. Let us take an example. Okay, Q naught is the step in a deterministic algorithm. If I give the input as 0, okay, if I give an input as 0, Q naught will move to Q1 only. Whenever the input is given as 0, Q naught will definitely move to Q1 only. And whenever the input is given as 1, Q naught will move to Q2 only. That is, okay, the output is defined, the output is determined here. Whereas in a non-deterministic algorithm, okay, Q naught may move to either Q1 or Q2 whenever an input of 0 is given. That is, okay, it is non-deterministic. We don't have a determined output. Okay, we don't have a determined step here. In some instances, when 0 is given, Q naught may move to Q1 step. And in some instances, when the value 0 is given, Q naught may move to Q2 step. Right. And final important thing which has to be taken note of in this difference is deterministic algorithms can solve the problem in polynomial time. That is, okay, whatever algorithms we have, it can be solved in either constant time, okay, or order of n, order of log n, order of n log n. Right. Some examples, okay, in which the problem can be solved in polynomial time or linear search, binary search, quick sort, merge sort. These are some examples where the problems can be solved in polynomial time. Whereas non-deterministic algorithm, they can solve the problem in exponential time, okay, in power of 2 or 2 power n or n power n. For example, knapsack problem, okay, graph coloring problem, Hamiltonian circuit. These are all some examples, okay, where we have the complexity in exponential time. So this is the difference between a deterministic algorithm and a non-deterministic algorithm. So we are coming to know of non-deterministic algorithm before getting into approximation algorithms. Okay, we will come to know why we are seeing the difference just before an introduction to approximation algorithm. Right. Now we'll go for an approximation algorithm. Okay. It is also called as an heuristic algorithm, and we call it as a way of approaching NP completeness for the optimization problem. Here we have two different terms here, NP complete or NP and optimization. What is an optimization problem? If you are able to find out the optimal solution, given a problem you are able to find out the optimal solution, then that is called as an optimization problem. If given a problem and I am able to find out the optimized solution for it, then that is an optimization problem. Okay, for example, okay, we have this greedy approach. Take an abstract problem which follows greedy approach. Okay, at every step we find the suboptimal solution, and finally what we have is the optimal solution. All right, so we know what an optimization problem. So optimization problem can be handled by approximation algorithms. Right. So how? And the next important term we need to discuss is what is mean by NP. There are two types of problems basically, P-type problems and NP-type problems. P-type problems are those problems whose time complexity is polynomial. We saw what polynomial is in the previous example, right? Okay. So for example, linear search, binary search, if the complexity is n factorial or 1, okay, or if it is log n or if it is n log n, okay, all these algorithms comes under P-type problems. And NP-type problems are those, okay, which have the time complexity as exponential, which has exponential time complexity. Right. So this is the difference between P and NP. Right. What is the goal of an approximation algorithm? The goal of an approximation algorithm, okay, is to design an algorithm and come as close as possible to the optimum value in a reasonable amount of time. That is, we are going to take an NP problem, okay, we are going to take an NP problem and try to solve that NP problem in polynomial time. Able to get it? Going to take an NP problem. Normally NP problems, the complexity will be in exponential time, right? So we are going to take an NP problem and try to solve the problem at polynomial time. So this is the goal of an approximation algorithm, right? So the definition of an approximation algorithm goes as such. Given an optimization problem P, for example, I have been given a knapsack problem using greedy approach. Let us consider the problem P. An algorithm A is said to be an approximation algorithm for P. That is, I'm going to design a new algorithm A, and that is said to be an approximation algorithm for the knapsack problem P. If for any given instance I, it returns an approximate solution. So we are not going to get the exact solution here using the algorithm. We are going to get an approximate solution using the algorithm, but that solution should be a feasible solution. That solution should be a feasible solution. Here P is the optimization problem, A is the approximation algorithm, I is an instance of the optimization problem. A star of I is optimal value for instance I, and A of I is the value for instance I generated by A. Right? You can understand all these terms from the definition itself. What is P, what is A, what is I, and what is A of I. Right? So these are the techniques that can be used, okay, in approximation algorithms: greedy algorithms, primal dual technique, linear programming and rounding, integer programming. And some examples where we can use approximation algorithm and solve them are the vertex cover problem, the traveling salesman problem, and we have this bin packing or knapsack problem. Thus, we have given an introduction to both randomization and approximation algorithms. Thank you.